Hey, what's going on, dudes? My name is TDC and welcome back to SkyFactory 3. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. There's so much stuff moving around here. It's kind of freaking me out. We got the mobs falling, we got that windmill up there, we got the little thing right down there, right next to my head moving, and then we got this big windmill up here. It's kind of freaking me out. But check this out, dude. So last episode we set up the farming station over here, and since then I have replaced all of this dirt in here with the fertilized dirt from hatchery, and this thing is crazy. So I'm recording this right after last episode, right? So I got to get a couple episodes recorded tonight, so we've got stuff for throughout the week. But I just switched this out, and look how much we already have, man. It's crazy. And why stay fertilized? Is it just like too far away or something? It shouldn't. Well, I guess maybe it is. We need water in the corners too, don't we? Just for that last block. Alright, well, we'll mess with that later. Eventually, we're going to get multiple growth crystals in there. I'd like to put a growth crystal all the way around the outside of here just to speed everything up that much faster. And if we put a growth crystal here, then it should reach out to this very corner. So I'm not worried about it right now because we're getting plenty of wheat and seeds, which is awesome. So what are we doing today? We need to look into refined storage and get some basic stuff going on. And before we forget, let's come over here. We're going to check this off on our thingamajig. We got mobile power. We did that last episode, and we got our farming station. And yeah, we're going to hold off on checking that one up because I need to hook up some better power for that. I need to basically just make a bunch more of those simple power cells from RF tools and just hook everything up to that. But we'll leave it going for now, but what we're going to do today is refined storage. Whoops, capital T, whatever, that's fine. But we also want to come through here and check some stuff off in here because we haven't done a lot of this stuff. I mean, we've done quite a bit, and we've probably done more than what I've seen in here. So, start a food and Infernium Essence Farm, done that. Nesting pins to automate resource collection from chickens. I haven't done the nesting pins just yet. We haven't done that, which we should probably, you know what, let's just do that right now. Snad. We need to figure out how to make this stuff. How do you make snad? It's just two sand together? Alright, so how much of this do we need over here? So what is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we need 24 pieces of sand to prove to the world that everything goes faster on snad. We'll do 24. There we go. And oh, dang it. Like that. And then we'll just throw the rest in there. No! I keep doing that, man. It's bad. Alright, so 23, 24. And if we do it like that, snad. Interesting. Whatever this is. And then we can replace all this stuff with the sugar cane on it over here, right? So we'll put snad, 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 snad. There's so much snad today. Do this. Uh-oh, we're breaking things. Let's put this back, like so. So apparently, there we go, lag spike. Apparently the snad, I guess, I don't know if it increases the tick rate of, you know, like the sugar cane and stuff like that, but supposedly this will help grow it faster. But since this is not automated over here, I'm not real worried about it, but now that we can just check off the thing in the book and it can stop bugging us, okay? So there it is, snad done. Diamond seed, we haven't done. The solium dagger to obtain a mob chunk, we haven't done that yet. Master infusion crystal, we haven't done any of that stuff. Fly, we've done that. Travel to the nether, use an angel block, and the ability to fly to start a new island somewhere. So we're going to be doing that with our Botania island. Diamond chest, transporter to bring home. No. Kill the ender dragon. Collect dragon's breath. Okay, so we haven't done any of that. Craft and power a generator of some kind. Done that. Automate turning cobblestone into gravel with a sag mill or auto hammer. Done that. Use energy conduits to power several machines at once. Done that. automate loot bag creation, opening, and compression. Now we have done the compression and I would say creation from the mob farm, so we just haven't figured out a way to open it, but I'm gonna go ahead and check that off because I don't really think that I'm going to automate this whole process, at least yet. If there's something in there that I'm going to need to do like later on, then we can do that. But for right now, I'm fine with just crafting the epic and legendary loot bags and stuff using the RF Tools crafter that we have set up down there by the whole farm. So not too worried about it. We're just going to go ahead and check that one off. Automate crop harvesting. We did that last episode. Link an ender pouch to an ender chest. We haven't done that. Create a refined storage system to store your things. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Automate storage of ore pieces chunks from an automatic sieve. We've done that because we have the storage drawers down below. Process of materials into ingots. We've done that. Now, the Age of Power. There's a lot of stuff in here. Create a maximum size reactor. Create an actively cooled reactor. Haven't done any of those. Produce. I don't even think we're producing at 1,000 RF per tick. So we'll leave that one as is. Harness the power of lightning with a lightning rod. Build a solar array. Haven't done any of that. Level up a tinker's tool or weapon. We've done that. Add a diamond hammer to a tinker's. Yeah, it's the smashing modifier. We don't really need that anymore. Craft the highest tier unbreakable builders one. Haven't done that. Create an unbreakable tinker's tool. We did that last episode. Create a melee tinker's weapon that does 20 damage or more. Build any melee weapon that does 90 damage or more. Wow, I didn't know we could go that high. This is all blood magic stuff. Haven't done any of that. Craft Aleska Botania. We've done a little bit of this botany stuff. Petal Apothecary. Create 64 living wood, 64 living rock with that thingamajig. Craft a mana pool and a mana spreader. Craft a wand of the forest. We've done all that. We have not done the portal to Alfheim yet. So, Ritual of the Gaia 2. Okay. This looks like Draconic Evolution stuff, which we were way off of. Kill 4 Chaos Dragons. Eesh, I don't know about that one. Fill a Draconic battery. Jump between 2 tame dragons while in midair. While both are flying. Interesting. Haven't done any of that. Aid to the Traveler. Yeah, so I think now we're getting into stuff that we have not even done yet. 100% completed. The achievement list. Okay. Oh, that's the end of the book. Alright, so we've got a little while to go. Build Ender.io farming stations with octatic capacitors which automate 20 different crops. Okay, so that'll be a little bit later on. But for now, I feel like we've made some pretty good progress throughout the whole thing here. Do I have? Yeah, I got one for dirt. There we go. So now we need to look into refined storage. And I think the first thing we're going to need to make is this controller dude. We need the machine casing, which is quartz enriched iron, which this stuff is iron and quartz. And we can make it with which I've got the quartz enriched iron crop growing over there, but we just don't have it automated yet. So after we build this basic storage system, then we can do something like that a little bit later on. But I think I've got some quartz enriched iron in a couple of these chests. Maybe it's in the mob chest down below, the loot chest. I think we got a bunch of that stuff in here. Let's see. Open. Oh, turn the magnet off quick. Somewhere in here, I believe. We should have some. We did. There is some quartz enriched iron dust. Hopefully that's not what I'm thinking of. Wow, that's all we have? That might be all we have. We'll go ahead and take that because we're probably going to end up needing it. Item translocator. No. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have to craft up a whole bunch of this stuff. So I'm going to grab a bunch of things and get it all together. And hopefully we can start crafting and get this all set up. Okay, so I think we are pretty much set here. So we're going to need some solderers from refined storage. And this allows us to craft the different circuits and everything that we're going to need. So the improved processor, which is the gold, which we put... Oh, we can actually just smelt this? Interesting. That actually brings up a good point. You guys mentioned that I should take a look at... what is it called? The furnaces from Mystical Agriculture. So this one, I believe... it's like the best furnace in the game, or at least the fastest, but we're not quite there yet. So I think for now we're just going to stick with the powered furnace to do a bunch of this stuff, but eventually I'd like to get up to this guy. I think this is like an instant smelt, but it's super expensive, man. So we need 3 blocks of this, a premium essence, 4 wither skulls, and a nether star. And then on top of that, we need 3 of these supremium essences plus another block, supremium block, and then we have to tier it all the way up from the very bottom. So it's going to take a little bit of doing, but we will get there eventually. But I think for now, we're just going to stick with this guy. And I think, do these things need power? I can't remember if these guys need power or not. I think that they do. Maybe not. Let's just try this real quick. If we put a piece of silicone in there, will this start doing its thing? Show recipes. So yeah, it does look like it needs power. Okay, so that makes sense. I don't know why it wouldn't need power, but you never know. So we're going to set up 4 of these guys right now. Eventually we will try to automate them. Is that going to work? Ignore redstone signal. How do you get your power? You have to be a certain... I have to put you up here? Is that connected? It's not connected. Oh, no, we got to make the controller and then power it off of that. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that dude real quick, which is this thing right here. So it's 4 quartz enriched iron, 1 of the machine casing, which is just 8 of these guys put in a circle like that, and then 1 diamond. So I believe if we feed this thing power, then everything else should get power. And for right now, I'm going to go ahead and set this up right there. Oh god, that causes a little bit of lag. Is it because it's just powering up? How are we doing on power over here? I guess we're doing okay. Nothing crazy yet, but now we can set these guys up right on the top like so. And then now I think that each one of these has power since it's connected. So if we put you there, okay, that's working. Let's grab 3 more. I just want to make sure that this is working over here. Okay, cool. So they're all connected, they're all good, and they're all going. Sweet. Alright, so now I've just got to spend a bunch of time crafting a bunch of these processors. So if we go back to refined storage, we want the grid, right? So we can actually start crafting things, but we're also going to need this guy here, which takes the advanced processors, which is the printed advanced processor. So that's just a smelted diamond. That's not too terrible. But we need a couple of those, and then for the grid we need some of these gold ones, and then we need the... How do you make the redstone ones? Oh, that's not redstone, that's the quartz ones, right? So the basic processor, yeah, so it's going to take a little bit of time, but we can get this all crafted up. Printed silicone, so we just smelt the silicone, or press it if we want to. I don't really know what the difference is. I guess smelting is probably faster, to be honest, but let's see. Let's go. We got lots of silicone. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. I'm using the compressed sand to get the silicone, and it seems to be, I don't know if it's like the most efficient way or not, but just from a little bit of compressed sand, we already have 643 silicone just stored over here temporarily. But that seems to be the best way about this. So I guess just let me craft up some more of these things, and we'll be right back. Alright, so this is not nearly as slow as I remember it being. This part is a little slow, but the whole, now that you can smelt this stuff into the printed basic items, right? So the improved processor, all this stuff, that speeds things up quite substantially, because before you used to have like either a bunch of these solderers with all different things going, and you know, it took forever, man. You had to have one for silicon, one for diamond, one for iron, one for gold, all that sort of thing, and it was just a pain in the butt. But now that we've got this, now that we can smelt them all up, it speeds the whole thing up, and I love it. It's so good. Alright, so we need to make a couple of different things here. We got to make the construction core, which is the basic processor with glowstone dust, and then we also need to make the destruction core, which is the basic processor with nether quartz. So where are the basic processors? So we're still waiting on this for a little bit, but I guess we'll just split these up for now. I was going to do 16 and 16, so half a stack of each, But we'll go ahead and make some of those, and then we'll make some of the quartz ones like so. And then that should allow us, let's just go ahead and grab a bunch of this stuff because I know we're going to need it. I think this should allow us to craft these guys. So let's make another machine casing. Let's grab a stack of, where did I put it? Oh, it's all in here. Let's grab half a stack of that stuff, and then we should be able to make the grid. There we go. And as far as the crafting grid goes, we need a crafting table, a grid, and an advanced processor. So let's grab a little bit of wood, and we'll make the crafting one, even though we can't really use this stuff yet until we have some sort of place to store all of our items, which is a whole another process. So we're just going to get this kind of going for a second, and then we'll come back and take a look here in a minute. But for this guy, we should have everything now. All right, so there's our crafting grid. We've got our controller up there, which is the other thing we're going to need. So let's go ahead and make the drive, which is 2 advanced processors and some more of this quartz stuff. Where'd it go? There it is. Well, actually, I'm going to make 2 of these just to kind of be prepared for everything else. So now we got to take a look at making some of these storage discs. And it looks like we're going to need a bunch of glass to make these, because I would like to make, I don't know how many of these we can make. So there's that one, which is, does it have to be quite clear glass, or can it be just normal glass? I wonder. Storage part. No, it looks like it can just be any glass. So that's going to save a little bit of time, but we need to make up a whole bunch of sand is the other problem, because I guess we got a little bit to work with in here, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and get this smelting, and I will get to crafting everything else that we're going to need for these drives. I'm probably going to try to get up to a couple 4K storage, so I need, let's say 4. So I'm going to need, how many is that? 12 of the 1K storage and a bunch of these basic processors. So yeah, I'm going to get that done real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we should have everything now. So if we do that, that's 12 of those guys. And if we put those in here, that's 4 4K. And now if we put them in here, that should make 4 4K storage drives. So this is sweet, man. We're so close. I really hate to interrupt this whole thing, but I guess we can get it going here in a minute. It takes so long for all of this stuff to process, but we need to move some things around here. They're all empty now, right? I think we should be good. Yeah, so we can go ahead and bust these guys out. And we need to figure out where we want to put this system. And I was thinking right here, but I want other machines and everything going right there. So, maybe we can just go ahead and put it here for now and move things around a little bit later on. I guess that's probably what we're going to have to do. So let's go ahead and put that there. We'll put our crafting grid on top of that, and then we'll put our 2 drives there like so, and then our 4 solderers we can put on top. And since they're all connected, they should all be getting power. So if we try to throw those back in there like so, that should start crafting. Okay, good. Those are going. Awesome. And so now what we need to do is we can just throw those in there, and we can hold, now we have 4 of these, we can hold 16,000 items. So it's not like applied energistics, right, where it's split into the little bits and everything like that. It's split into just 1 item per bit. Okay, so this 1 storage drive can hold 4,000 items. So if we take this out like this, you can see 0 out of 4,000. And if we put that in there, whoops, if we put it in here, you can see that it's holding 38 out of 40 or 4,000 items. So pretty cool how this all works, man. I am still planning on using applied energistics later on in the future, just because I feel like it's more interesting to me. The more that I've seen on this refined storage mod, it looks really, really cool, and it's very simple. and there's a lot of stuff that you can do with it, but I still feel like applied energistics is a little bit more powerful. But we'll save that towards more for like the end game stuff, and for now we're just gonna have like some basic storage setup, and this will allow us to digitize all of our items, and we can make things that hook up to the controllers here, so we can read everything that's in our network, and we can just, you know, kind of spread it out throughout the area, right? So we could have we'll probably leave that off the system, but like all of this stuff over here, we can either send it to, well, I don't know, we probably just want to keep these in the storage drawer. So I'll probably have like one of the cable things set up to this guy. Actually, you know what, can we do that real quick? Let's see. So we're gonna need some of this cable, which is more glass, redstone, and some more of this stuff. But there is the thingamajig. What is it called? Constructor, importer, reader, writer, interface. I forget what it's called. Oh, we can even set up these network transmitters and everything like that. So that's allowed. We could just hook up one of those to over here if we wanted to import all the items into the system, or even one of these over here. Output full. Holy crap, man! This thing is insane. I've been recording now for about 45 minutes, and this thing is already full. That is nuts. Okay, so tons of wheat, tons of seeds, so I can really get into the chicken stuff off camera. What is the thing called? I guess I need to figure this out real quick, because we can try to hook that up over there at the mob system, and then you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so it's this guy right here, the external storage, right? So we're going to try... Did I just lose some cable? I feel like I just lost some cable. Maybe I didn't. That's fine. But first, we're going to try to set this up with the controller that we have over on the other side with all of our stuff that we're getting from sifting. Now, I believe... Oh, that's the alloy smelter. That's the wrong one. So we want this guy right here. Now, if we hook up some cable like so, and then we can run this across like here. So let's find our controller... This one here, and I believe if we just hook this up, oh no, we need to put the external storage on this guy. So if we put that there and then run the cable down and across here, ooh, those cause a bit of lag when you place them. Interesting. If we run them all along here like so, and then if we connect this up to our system, now I believe that we want to set the priority high on this side. So we'll change this to like 10. So it tries to put the items that we have in this system, it'll try to put them here first before it puts them in this system over here and onto our disks, right? So now if we look in here, yeah, we can see everything that we have. That is so cool, man. Oh, I love this. This is gonna make life so much easier. We should have done this a long time ago. A long time ago. But now we want to come up here and we want to put... Ew. I don't know if we can. Uh-oh. I'm picking stuff up. We may just need to grab another trim to move this around, because we're gonna have to connect to the bottom of this guy. Yeah, so let me go ahead and go do that real quick. Okay, so this is working. I was afraid that setting up the trim and everything like this wasn't going to work, but it seems like that's fine. So what we need to do now is set up our external storage on this guy and do the same process. So we got to run all the cable all the way over to the other side. Okay, so we've got this one set up. I set the priority to 10 on this also. Because we do want things returning back to this system over here, and like before, we don't want it going into our storage drives. I also found this gold chest, and I don't know where it came from. It was in this chest over here for this guy, but I don't remember using a golden chest for anything. Maybe, but I don't remember. So now we should have all of our mob drops, and we want this to show us what we have the most of and go descending down like that. So this is pretty cool, man. So we can see all of our loot bags, everything in here, our diamonds, our emeralds. Yeah, this is cool. This is gonna make life so much easier. So now I can just basically toss everything in here, and then we are all set. So we'll go ahead and fill the system, and eventually we will come back and we'll sort things out here a little bit. But I don't think I'm really going to be using a bunch of storage drawer systems, because these tend to cause a little bit of lag when you have a whole bunch of them, and I feel like we're already kind of starting to get to the point where it's causing issues. I know that we can use the other key to hide the item rendered on the front, but I mean, what's the point of having those drawers if you can't see what's in it, you know? So I'm gonna leave it here, and then I think off camera I'll probably work on making some more storage drives. If I can get all the way up to 64K, wherever they are, these guys here, I will probably do so. It's just a lot of crafting and a lot of these basic materials, which I have a lot of gold, I have quite a bit of diamonds and everything else that we're going to need to do this, so it's not impossible. It's just going to take a little bit of time to set up, but I think that's what we're going to end up doing. And it's so nice having a clean inventory and having all of our stuff in one designated area. Oh, it's so good. But alright, dudes, I am going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here for today. I need to get bedded down, get ready for tomorrow. We got some more recording, all that kind of stuff, so more time travel stuff, but we'll talk about that later. But anyways, dudes, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for coming to hang out with me today. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Peace.